So welcome to day 3, just in the hotel room getting ready. I think today we're going to go Col de Batalla, which is I think my favourite climb in the island because it's just stunningly gorgeous. It's only a 60k loop. We're probably good for today after yesterday's 100 miler, just to loosen the legs up a wee bit. It's mostly flat all the way there. And then once you do the one big climb, Batalla to the Repsol garage, probably the most famous garage in Europe, maybe, if not the world, then it's downhill all the way back to Port Pollença. So, shorter day today. We'll head out and we'll speak to more later.
So here we are out on the ride, just going along the cycle path that takes you around the back of Puerto Pollença. We're going to be starting out on the same road that we started out on yesterday, which is fine, it's nice, there's a couple of wee lumps but nothing major, which is good after a 100-mile day. Gets the legs moving again, it's nothing too serious. Get to Caimari and then we start the climb up the Col de Batalla. I don't think I'll be going for any PRs today, but should be fun. Now, one thing I would say about all the climbs in Mallorca, but specifically Col de Batalla, if you're not going for a time or you're feeling not that fit, it's perfect because it's never that steep. I think it averages about 6 or 7%. We'll see when we get there on the sign. But the scenery on this route, this climb in particular, is absolutely stunning. So do you know what? Race up it if you like. But see if you're, as I said, if you're not feeling particularly fit or it's a recovery day, go up it slowly and take in the scenery. Remember, it isn't a race. Lift your head in the bike sometimes and have a look around you and see what you're actually cycling on. So here we are in the Camí de Lenar. This takes us out onto the back roads in the farmland from yesterday to Caimari. We'll check in later while I enjoy the greenery. This is us leaving a beautiful wee village called Caimari. I've just been in a lovely cafe called Ruta Verde, which if you're cycling through here is a must go to. I wish I was here in the car actually because they had so many nice things, t-shirts etc in the gift shop. But we'll go through a bridge up here. As you'll see, the sign up here, we're about to start Col de Batalla. 7.9 kilometres, averaging 5%. So, as you can see, beautiful. Just stunning. No land speed records up here today. Just taking in this beautiful climb and scenery. Just magnificent. These cliffs up to the left often have rock climbers in them. Can't see any yet today. You never know. Wow. What a place. I think it's the scenery that makes this possibly my favourite climb in the island. Anyway, look at that as it opens out the trees. Beautiful. I'm going to put the camera away and enjoy it for a wee while, and I'll check back in further up the climb. One of the many wild goats you'll see. Man, I just love this climb. You can do it like that guy in front if you want. Go for a time. I've done that before. Not going to beat that time today. Yesterday's 100 miles in the legs. It's put paid to an effort, but I'll just take in the beauty instead. About a third of the way up. It's opening out a wee bit, but look at that, beautiful views. Into more switchbacks. Have I mentioned that I love this climb? There's a chance the route I pick tomorrow I might come down it, and if I'm coming down it I'll film it in its entirety. That'll be a wee bit more interesting than all of it going up, because according to my Wahoo my climb today is going to be about 45 minutes. That's a long watch even if I sped it up. So this is a highlights reel, I suppose, of going up the Batalla. But to be honest, my videos or any pictures can't really do it justice until you've been here and seen it in person. Now, it's going to come round this wee bend and the road opens up in the right hand side down to just one of the most spectacular valleys you'll ever see from a bike or anywhere, to be honest. Isn't that just spectacular? Just breathtaking. And this isn't even the last of the amazing sights. But wow, what a scene. First time I ever saw that, cycling with my jaw wide open. Both trying to get some oxygen in and in astonishment. But wow, what a place. There is a house down there, God knows how you get to that. Hope you don't have to walk to it, that would be some walk. There's one of the many wild goats you'll see on the island. Just got to be careful, sometimes they don't jump out in front of you. Every corner in this climb just brings out something more spectacular. Steep cliffs to one side and beautiful steep drop valley to the other. We're into the last 2 kilometres now, and there's a couple of wee tight switchbacks here. So you feel as if you're in the same place for about a kilometre, just a wee bit higher every time. This is one of those situations where you can see where you've been, you can see where you're going. Here we go, this summit of Col de sa Batalla. Best climb in the island, if I don't say so myself. There's a sign. Ta-da! Here we are at probably the most famous petrol station in Mallorca, if not Spain, if not Europe. Certainly among cyclists, and you can see why.
Sometimes this is what it's all about, having a wee coffee break. You would think it would normally not be so great to stop at a petrol station, but this is the exception. But nice bit of cheesecake and café con leche, and that'll see me back to Porto Palença. I'll check in a bit because we've got one more call to descend today.
Okay, that's us heading back home now. We're going to come down this wee junction here. If you go straight on here, this is the way to Sa Calobra, as you'll see in the sign. That's not for today. We are turning right back towards Palença. We'll actually pass Luc Monastery, which is quite a popular tourist destination. Monasteries aren't really my thing, I'm sure it's beautiful. We'll continue on. Mostly descending now as we're up in the Tramontanas. now on is actually the MA10, which if you've followed me on social media before, you'll know it's the road that runs the length of Mallorca, coast to coast almost, from Antrach to Palencia, completely through the mountains. And I did it last year. There's a company called Mallorca Cycle Shuttle. We'll pick you up in Porto Palencia in the morning and drive you on your bike there to Antrach and let you spend the day working your way back through the mountains. And if you haven't done it before, I would suggest doing it, because every bit of it is spectacular. 115 kilometres, I think, roughly. If you go to Mallorca Cycle Shuttle's website, I wrote a piece for them on their blog about my day out there, and there's pictures and stuff, so go and check that out. But it's as beautiful as this, if not more so, all day in the bike. So go and check it out. The top of the Col de Feminia, however you want to say it. The last one before we go down into Palencia. We'll just get on the bike and we'll do a nice descent. It is a lovely descent because it's never too steep, the bends are never too sharp.
So there we are, end of day 3, and just 41 miles today, but a really nice 41 miles. Get the legs moving after yesterday's 100, and I got to take in the cul-de-sac Batalla, which, as you might have guessed, is maybe not just one of my favourite roads in Mallorca, one of my favourite roads I've ever cycled in the entire world, and it will be hard to ever surpass it. But anyway, day 3 over, time for a beer.